Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Rosita. I am a vocal and language coach, and I'm here to help you guys guide you into, your language learning journey, whether it be, learning a language to speak or sing. Now, today, I'm actually super excited. This is going to be a first episode of a series called How to Learn as an Adult 101. I know the title is straightforward, but just hear me out. So, when I get an inquiry from adult learners, there's a lot of misinformation, and there's also a lot of fear involved when they message me. And they said, I want to try this out, but I'm afraid I'm too old to learn, or things like I don't retain as much information as before, but I still want to do this. So there's a lot of doubt out there when it comes to initiating the language learning process. And I'm here to tell you guys that child or an adult, you guys are able to learn. All right. And I'm not just saying that as a motivational thing for you guys, but I'm talking from mainly experience. I have witnessed students who became fluent in multiple languages, whether it be with me as their teacher or, with someone else. And they only used me as a resource. So I wanted to talk about adult learning as a whole. And I'm going to be separating these into different segments, different episodes. So before we start on the juicy stuff, let me ask you guys a question. Who are adult learners? You're probably saying, there are learners who are adults, right? Well, the definition initially of an adult learner isn't as straightforward as one might imagine. Now, to give you guys some insight of my experience, I have taught students from different backgrounds, from different cultural backgrounds. So the word adult, it will have a different meaning from what we perceive of what an adult is. So a legal definition is that different countries are going to establish a legal age at which the individual transitions from being a juvenile to an adult. So what this means is that once you are legally considered as an adult, you are able to vote. You are able to marry without consent. You may be able to attend a university, etc. This is important to know because we have the legal age of being an adult, and then we have what we considered as an adult socially. See, cultures and religions are going to perceive the transition into adulthood differently. Some view it through a biological lens, like puberty, or others will specify a specific age. So for an example, in Judaism, followers are going to celebrate a bar mitzvah for boys at the age of 13 or a bat mitzvah for girls who just turned 12, signifying their coming of age. In the US, we have this thing called the Sweet 16 for young ladies, which is our coming of age. They are viewed as an adult. They're not legally an adult, but they are viewed as an adult. In Catholicism, the age is typically seen as between 12 to 15 years old, marked by the sacrament of confirmation. Hinduism, the age is going to be defined in a more social context, which is going to indicate indicating maturity and responsibility toward family and society. So there are, in continuation of who is an adult learner and what is an adult learner, they're going to have varying definitions, as I previously mentioned before. One thing I did forget to mention was that these ages, okay, might be lower than the legal age in the countries where these followers live. Yet they perceive themselves as adults from these early ages onward. So you may be considered as an adult at a younger age, but legally you are not of like the legal age to become an adult. So again, in US standards, when a young female turns 16, we view you as an adult, but you are not legally an adult until age 18. Now, let's go back to the definitions. So, the social definition of adulthood is going to be more flexible. So, instead of being based on laws or religious beliefs, adulthood is determined by one's behavior and the assumption of adult roles, such as full-time work, marriage, parenthood, etc. Okay? Then we have the psychological definition. And I think it's safe to say, at least, we've encountered adults and we question if they act like adults. They're legally of age, but they don't act like it. Who can relate there? Okay. So the psychological definition is the most fluid and prevalent in adult learning and education. The psychological transition into adulthood is going to be gradual, starting from early childhood. So it emphasizes self-directed and lifelong learning as a means to like tackle problems and fulfill needs in one's life. When I mean fulfill needs, I'm talking about goals like, living alone, getting your own apartment, having your own car, paying your first credit card bill. Through these experiences, individuals are going to gradually mature into adulthood. How should teachers perceive adulthood? Okay, it's crucial so for my teachers that are watching this video, it's going to be crucial to understand that becoming an adult isn't always an instantaneous transition based on age or ceremonial events. And I know you're like, well, duh. But when it comes to educating adults, teachers need to adopt a different perspective. Adulthood should be seen not only as an age, but as a spectrum that people can move into over time. As educators, it is essential to acknowledge that while someone may be considered an adult in their country or community, their cognitive development, critical thinking skills, and maturity should be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. So teaching a class from students ranging from like 18 to 40 years old may reveal that most students align with the approaches and materials used in adult ESL lessons. Still, some individuals, regardless of age, might benefit more from techniques and approaches commonly used with younger learners. This is not limited to like ESL lessons. I'm talking about Spanish lessons, Japanese lessons, Chinese lessons, any form of language lessons. So conversely, when teaching a class of young learners or teenagers, some students might thrive better using techniques designed for adult learners. So that's why we should see adulthood. We should see, sorry Siri, but thank you. We should see that as a spectrum. Whether you are considered as an adult in society or as you're considered as an adult legally, which in some countries is as young as 16 years of age. We as teachers, we will have to recognize their cognitive development. We have to evaluate our students on a case-by-case basis. All right, well, I hope that you guys found this video informative. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe and, hit that notification bell. And so you guys can get updates on when I upload a new video. And until next time, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.